let's talk Mask of Fealty. One of the brand new Stasis Hunter exotics that we got with this DLC, the final shape. And just playing with it, enjoying it on my Stasis Hunter, I've discovered a build setup you could do that I'm having a whole lot of fun with. Just wanted to share it with the rest of the community. So, starting with our basis, of course, Mask of Fealty, where Withering Blade hits and bounces create a small stasis crystal and refund a portion of melee energy, which is great already. But we're going to be looking at the second half of Mask of Fealty. We're using Withering Blade to shatter stasis crystals, or frozen targets release a spread of Withering Blades. This is a whole lot of fun I've found with Verglas Curve, as we're going to be getting up these stasis crystals very quickly, and we can send out 5 on the stage at max at once in very quick succession. One thing I've found when using this build, however, already with Verglas Curve, is in the Apothecary Satchel, we have Hail the Storm, which is going to send out shards of ice that damage and slow targets. This shatter comes from any point. So, think of it as 2 bombs going off, different kinds every single time we shatter a stasis crystal. If we fire with Verglas Curve, we're going to get kind of the smaller explosion, but it's still going to do crazy amounts of damage, as shooting one stasis crystal with Verglas Curve usually sets off the entire group, especially if you have frozen enemies in it. And then using a melee to do it with Mask of Fealty, causing an even larger explosion with whatever you want. So, going into the subclass options, we're going to be using Gambler's Dodge to get up our melee ability much faster. Of course, we'll be using Withering Blade. Glacier Grenade, the reason we're going to be using this is, although we're putting out a ton of Stasis Crystals already with Verglas Curve, and that higher level content, it's going to be a more reliable way to get it out with your grenade instead, and save Verglas Curve for maybe like the middle of the room or as you're starting, or rather as you're ending a room. So I would just do Glacier Grenade and higher content just to go ahead and throw it out and get it ready. So, with all that being said, for our fragments, we're going to be using Whisper of Durance to increase the duration of slow that we have, and just to give us a bump in strength. We're going to be using Whisper of Impetus, where we're going to be reloading our weapons every time we damage with a stasis melee, which is quite useful. Whisper of Conduction as well, just so we have our shards tracked to our position for Frost Armor. Then Whisper of Shards, which will be very nice as well, as every time we're going to shatter a stasis crystal, we're going to be increasing our grenade charge rate, which is phenomenal. And then Whisper of Fissures, just to increase the radius that we're exploding these crystals in. And then I'm using Grim Harvest to get up the Frost Armor, and then Winter's Shroud, just to go ahead and add even more slow to targets when dodging. And then on top of that, we'll go over to our mods. I'm going to be using Hands-On, so we're getting bonus super energy on melee kills. We're going to be using Momentum Transfer, so we can go ahead and bring down our grenade cooldowns even more. Heavy-Handed, get more Orbs of Power. And then, just in case you can't get up like a very high discipline stat like I don't, you can go for a Font of Focus, or you can run something like Grenade or Melee Kickstart here if you wanted to. But for me, stats on my Hunter aren't that juicy. I can only just hit double 100s for Stasis, so I'm going to be using that Font of Focus to boost it up. If you can hit triple hundreds, I would recommend probably doing just Resilience, Discipline, and Strength. And although I don't I'm a Warlock main myself, but I know most Hunters don't like to do the max mobility just because of how fast you get it up. But you could also do 100 mobility, 100 resilience, 100 strength. Then of course you can do whatever armor resistance you're needing. I'm just going to do charged up, just to increase that armor charge. Stasis Weapon Surge is going to be doing 2 of these, because then when you fire Verglas Curve, you're going to be getting 30,000 damage on a precision hit. And then Invigoration, just to reduce our melee cooldown even further. And then same thing with Bomber on our class item, to reduce that grenade ability when using the class ability. Then Powerful Attraction and Reaper. Then as for your energy weapon, you can really just use whatever. I'm using Word of Crota because that's what I have that I really like on my hunter. Subsistence and stabilizing rounds is a phenomenal role, but I can also see like a high impact fusion or like shotgun working very well on this build. And then we're going to be running VS Chill Inhibitor, the new Stasis grenade launcher, just to play on artifact perks even more. And everyone should have just gotten this god roll if they have access to the dungeon as well, which is going to be even better. And that's pretty much it for this build. I'm going to just go through Tomb of Elders now, which is going to better show how this build works in action. So let's see this build in action, my friends. It's really great that I'm doing this in Tomb of Elders right now, because we got that 25% stasis surge this week. Gonna be great. Of course, the week of Thanksgiving, Thursday, November 28th. And we're just gonna see what this build can do. Of course, I understand most people are probably just gonna click off, and that's cringe. I'm not even gonna talk about that. Let's just fucking go. Oh yeah, right, my HUD is disabled still. Uh-oh. Whoops.
Hey,
where was the HUD at?
The Guardian's making good progress.
There it is. Let's turn that back on.
So vast. Cells upon cells.
That servitor's not on anyone's side but its own. Chances are it'll slow down Verglas people too.
And we're like, aw, famine? Actually, wait, I'm using... Never mind, that doesn't apply to me. But I am using... I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, just get some headshots in so you can see it. So, there's Stasis Crystal, there's a mini one. Go ahead and send that back out. This will also fill Hell Barrage as we're firing it, which is pretty nice. Get up to like 3. I've shot some groups and gotten like it all the way back up to 5 just from one shot, which is pretty nice. It just kind of depends on where you're placing them. Yep, see, there's 3. Just break it again, get more. Then we can do a grenade and throw out the melee, and we'll get way more use out of it. Of course, we'll just... He looks at me weird. Of course, you can also just use it normally, which is still very good. Alright, both of those laser grenades sucked. I didn't get that. That wasn't... Was a Stasis melee sucked. I didn't get it going anywhere. One thing that you might struggle with, come to think of it, could be survivability, just because I was causing so much carnage while I was testing this, I just didn't really factor it in. So you might be able to take off Innervation for something like Recuperation. Will probably be a bit more useful. Did I die already? There we go. I can see cases being made for its use as well. But you see, it's just pretty easy just to go through the rooms. There we go. Modifiers cleared.
Are judged, O victor.
I love the like voice modulations they've done to this AI. Although I do feel like it was kind of lazy just to use Varric's voice a second time. Which, I mean, I guess they explained it kind of well. I just don't care for it that much. For most of this Tomb of Elders session, I'm just gonna yap about the things I usually just think about. And that's what you get. That's what you got for your commentary. Because running through these passageways are so boring when there's nothing to fight. Splash damage is increased. Oh no, not with Cabal. These people taking too long. I'm just going to begin the match. Armor coated, full div.
Foot soldiers of the Cabal rise to the challenge.
Foot soldiers? I don't see no Master Splinter. Also, forgot that. Alright. Kill that guy. That was embarrassing. Freeze him. Just gonna go ahead and throw this out and get it back pretty quickly. One thing that's kind of annoying about Prison of Elders is like a lot of the ads get pretty sparse while you're waiting for them to spawn back in. So sometimes ad clear builds like this don't really show that much. So you're like in a really high area. Then things start getting spicy. Also, I should not have missed that guy. Or that. There we go. Sorry. And a consecration went down there. Or other solar ability. I was gonna say this is a perfect time to use the glacial grenade and show how strong that can be when you proc it with your, you know, withering melee, your shuriken. I'm just gonna call it a shuriken. That's what it is. Sorry, hunters. It's a shuriken. Oh, here we go. Bam. Then I could just shatter these to get even more damage out. How did that guy die? That's a gunpowder gamble. That's probably how that guy died. They're both dead. Okay. Another use case for that. I don't want to be seen. Yeah. They might die. Give me a second. I cannot believe that ricocheted off that tiny little thing. I also see just how much that like got cleared out just from one of those, which I think is pretty fun. It's just kind of a mindless build that you get to run around and have fun with as long as you're landing your melees. You get to have some fun. Pop out another Silence and Squall. You know, just for the feels of it, just to enjoy. Throw down another grenade or melee down there. Get a few more final blows. And you can see because we're running like a higher draw time bow, like we are getting like some pretty decent damage. Even though bows aren't that great in the current sandbox for PvE, I still think they're pretty fun. Just gotta give them a chance. I guess you could also try running this with something like Exuvier and I forget the name of the grenade launcher at the moment, but it's the Stasis grenade launcher. I can see that being pretty fun as well. Just because its whole deal is you're making tons of glacial grenades constantly. But then you're using heavy ammo, and this is instant. This is always. This is unfailing until you miss. Then you fail pretty bad. Look at that. Boom. Grenade. Boom. Stasis. Boom. Stasis. There's just so much stasis, and then your modifiers get cleared, and then you're like, hey, that's pretty good. I had fun with that. Or at least I hope you did. In which case, why are you still watching the video? And then Super's back up. We've gotten like 3 Silence and Squalls doing just this. This is like Walmart, dang, what's the name of the darn thing? I want to make my joke. I need to know the name. Exotics, Kinetic. What is the name of it? Oh, is that the one kinetic weapon I don't have in here? Oh no! Okay, hold on. I know it's a pulse rifle. What the heck was it called? Does it not have a single... Bad Juju. It's like a Walmart Bad Juju. I can't believe I don't have Bad Juju. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to go get that out of the kiosk. Or wherever it is. I have to go find it now. Can't believe that. It's such a forgettable weapon. Yeah, we got Walmart Bad Juju, is pretty much what this feels like. Just because of how much orbs you're creating just constantly. But it's so much fun. And let's be honest, you're gonna look great doing it. And just because Mask of Fealty is a beautiful looking exotic. Definitely has my favorite design out of the new stuff. The Warlock player, I'm not super impressed with the design for the Rampart Rymans. Like, it's good. I don't like the corduroy fabric mixed with the big eye in the center. It's like it's trying too hard for me. I just got suppressed. Where is that no good Titan son of a bitch? Got his ass. Oh no, they're about to get me. Ooh. And that's where I talk about survivability. It might be better just to run something like innervation or recuperation, not innervation. Just because you might die. If you don't kill everything, you're gonna die. New Mew quote. Don't kill everything, just don't die. Like he did. See, he didn't kill everything, he died. Boing! Boing! Okay, that didn't get me as much as I wanted. We're gonna do it again. Oh no. Oh. Nope. That's Stasis. Why? No! Leave me alone. Or Arc Super. I'm panicky now. I need everything around this area. Oh, shit. Oh god. Fuck you. Die. Oh. Okay, look it. No, he's still alive. Crush. Bang. Dead. Okay. That room was a bit more chaotic, so maybe it's not the strongest against Hive. But also, I was being a bit of an idiot, so it's not that big of an issue. And that's pretty much how it runs. Like, other than that segment against Hive, it's a pretty consistently strong build. I'm not sure how running Contest of Elders. Haven't tested it yet. But overall, it's fun. I enjoy it. You look sexy. It's good. So yeah, if you like Stasis, you're playing Hunter, if you've been looking for something to just really experience having fun with Mask of Fealty, definitely go for it. And just keep in mind, this isn't even using volatile tonics to boost up it either. So yeah, go on Mask of Fealty, try it, and have some fun.